Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something maybe a bit overlooked, but super important in precision modeling: lubricants.
Ah, yes, the unseen forces.
Exactly. These things are, crucial for keeping friction down, stopping wear, getting rid of heat, protecting parts. Think RC cars, robots.
All that good stuff.
And our mission today, we're looking at a specific shift. Tamiya moving from their original ceramic grease, that's item 87025,
The old classic.
to the new Cera Grease HG, item 87099. So the big question for you listening is, just a new label, or is this a real step up in tech?
Right. We're going to dig into the specs, the chemistry, how you actually use it.
Let's get some answers. So tell us about the old one first, 87025.
Okay, so the original Tamiya ceramic grease, 87025. It was around for ages, discontinued now, of course.
And you used to find it
Everywhere.
pretty much little 3-gram, 5-gram tubs, sometimes tubes, often just like tucked inside the model kit box itself.
So really felt like a consumable. Use it once for the kit and done. Yeah, kind of an afterthought sometimes. Not something you'd necessarily buy separately, unless you ran out.
Okay, then comes the successor, 87099 Cera Grease HG. Standard 10-gram sealed aluminum tube, fine nozzle, HG, high grade. What's this telling us?
Well, the packaging itself is a huge clue. It's immediately more professional.
Like a tool.
Exactly. It's not just part of a kit. It's for your workshop, for multiple builds. The whole presentation says premium. It's meant to be kept used carefully.
All right, let's get technical. The formulation. Both use boron nitride, BAN. What is that for people who haven't heard of it?
Boron nitride. It's this advanced synthetic ceramic. Sometimes people call it white graphite.
White graphite. Why?
Because it has this layered crystal structure similar to graphite. And that structure, well, it means really low friction, slippy stuff.
Okay, low friction. What else?
It's also great at conducting heat away, which is important. Plus, it's chemically stable, doesn't really react with much, and it's an electrical insulator. Big point, that last one.
We'll come back to that insulating part, I bet. So if both use BN, what makes the HG in 87099 mean high grade? Is it just marketing?
No, it seems to be legit. HG points to a more refined formulation. They use high quality, high grade, extremely fine boron nitride particles. That's the key.
Finer particles. How does that help?
It creates a better, smoother, lubricating film between parts, so you get even lower friction, better protection against wear. There are even third-party claims, pretty impressive ones, saying it can cut friction loss by, 50%.
50%. Wow, okay, that's not trivial.
Not at all. It's a significant performance boost.
And how does the packaging, that sealed tube you mentioned, tie into this higher performance?
It's crucial. That sealed aluminum tube protects the fancy high-grade grease inside.
Protects it from what?
Dust, dirt, little bits of debris, even just, dipping a non-sterile screwdriver in like you might with an open tub.
Right, I can see how that would contaminate it.
Exactly. And contaminated grease, especially one with fine particles, can actually turn into something abrasive, the opposite of what you want.
A grinding paste, almost. Ouch!
Yeah. And that fine nozzle, it lets you put just a tiny, precise amount exactly where needed, cleanly.
So this whole package, better grease, better container, it's really a response to modern models.
Absolutely. Think about today's RC cars. High-speed brushless motors, really precise plastic gears, tight tolerances everywhere. These need better protection. 87099 provides that. Helps prevent heat buildup and wear in these more demanding systems.
Okay, makes sense. So for you listening at home, workbench time. How should you actually use 87099? What does Tamiya say?
Official advice, use it on gears, bearings, joints, shafts, good for RC, Mini 4WD, those Robocraft kits too. It's particularly good where plastic meets plastic, or where metal meets plastic. Protects the softer plastic parts.
Right, but there's a big but, isn't there? A
Always,
warning.
Yes, a critical one. And this applies to both the old and the new ceramic grease. Never, and I mean never put this stuff on electrical contacts.
Why not?
Remember we said boron nitride is an electrical insulator, a dielectric.
Oh, right. Insulator means...
It stops electricity flowing completely. Put it on switch contacts, connectors, motor brushes, you'll get circuit failure, no power. It can be a real headache to figure out if you don't know.
Okay, that's a really important heads up for everyone. Avoid electrical contacts.
Definitely.
Now, beyond the official instructions, the modeling community often figures things out, develops its own sort of wisdom. Where does Cera Grease HG fit in that?
Yeah, there's definitely some tribal knowledge, as you say. So Cera Grease HG, 87099, that's become the go-to, the top choice for plastic on plastic and metal on plastic. Think gearbox internals, suspension pivots, places like that.
And what about other Tamiya greases?
Well, then you've got the molybdenum grease. That's 87022. That's generally reserved for high-pressure metal-on-metal stuff. Drive shafts, metal diff gears, universals.
Okay, metal on metal.
And then there's the anti-wear grease, 53439. That one's a bit different. It's thicker, more viscous. It's often used as a tuning aid inside gear differentials that aren't sealed to create a kind of limited slip effect.
So different tools for different jobs.
Precisely. The key takeaway from you is using the right lube in the right place is really vital. It impacts performance, longevity, everything.
So wrapping this up then, the verdict seems pretty clear. Tamiya Cera Grease HG 87099. It's definitely not just the old stuff in a new tube.
Absolutely not. It's a proper evolution. Better formulation, much better packaging, and a more focused application. It's a superior product.
Final recommendations for the listener.
Simple, really. If you need ceramic grease, especially for anything involving plastic gears or parts, 87099 is the one to get. It replaces the old 870025 applications and does a better job.
And think about the other greases too.
Yeah. Adopt that multi-grease approach for best results. Use 87099 for plastic interfaces, molybdenum grease for your metal-on-metal high-pressure spots, and maybe the anti-wear if you're tuning diff.
It really shows that mastering your craft, even in modeling, often comes down to understanding these unseen forces, the details, like which little tube of grease to use.
It's often those details that make the biggest difference in the end.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.